So we got Night Rider here. We're going to be doing a video about it. And what I all did to it from, the last one. Originally built, it fell apart, snapped the front cage in half. I rebuilt it to look like the way it is now, and I built it up a little bit from there. Not too much, just some stupid odds and ends in there to fix things that have been broken. So, to start off with, the main thing that actually took me out and made this thing non-drivable for a while would be the transmission mount there. I had to put a new transmission mount in because that one snapped off. You can see the frame actually bent in right there. But while doing so, I had to cut the fender, or not the fender. Well, I did have to cut the fender, but I wasn't talking about the fender at the time. I had to cut the angle iron because the chain was hitting it, and it wouldn't actually let this tire move. And like I said a little bit ago, it also hit the fender. So whenever the tire chain would come around, it would actually hit the fender because it came down so far because of how bashed in it was. I also had to do the same to this side because the tire chains just kept hitting it. But that was the main issue back here to get me running again. And I had to do it a little more different than I wanted to, because I wanted it to be a little bit longer than the normal transmission mount, like longer than that. But I had to cut it shorter again because of, the chain getting in the way. But so on the front here we have old snowblower tires, and I took the original tires that were on it, cut one of them in half, so I was able to put a guard on both sides in the front. But that actually helps out a lot. Number plates bolted on, hood is bolted on, piece of angle iron, falling, I don't know why it's like that. I painted it days ago and it's now just reacting to the water. But hood is bolted on. It never actually used to have a permanent hood. All the other hoods that I had on it sat inside. I got the battery mounted, the ground wire hooked up. Ground goes to the kill switch. This is the positive. I just tap it and it fires right up. Here's the normal shifter in the original spot. Throttle cable. This is our pull string throttle. And that runs the whole way down onto the throttle here. And it goes to a spring that I put on to make it recoil back a lot faster. We got the gas tank in, which is very, very secure because of what happened with Princess. It ain't going anywhere. So, that ain't going anywhere. They ain't doing anything. I specifically built that because the only reason that took me out most of the time with Princess was the gas tank falling over and not getting fuel. So, I said, screw it. I'm building one from the ground up to hold the gas tank and going from there. And I'm running really good fuel in it too, supposedly really good fuel. So far, I've been revving it like crazy, been testing it, doing everything else, and so far it's holding up. I don't know if it's running any better than it used to, but definitely doesn't smell like gas though, I'll tell you that. You know how normal you smell the cheapest gas and you can actually smell it as being gas? Yeah, this doesn't smell like gas. But so far, so good. I mean, that's all the big changes that I can think of right now from, whenever it was in the building process coming up. Oh, nope. I got the steering down here. Fixed that up and got that all different. Got a big old piece, not big old, it's a give or take 1x1 box tubing. And drilled 2 holes in it and made that so the normal little rod doesn't snap in between there. But brand new belt down there too. So I mean, it's coming along. It's running great. We'll fire right up. We'll do everything perfectly fine. Now I just got to see what it does in the Derby and go from there. But the transmission actually is sitting in there, I think, a little crooked because... No, it's actually flat. Okay. But it goes three ways. Alrighty, so I'm going to be doing a video on Knight Rider here. So far as I know, I don't even see it. Oh well. So now there's cars. What the hell? I live like in basically nowhere. Okay.